So you want some space and are looking for an acre or more to call home here in Gilbert, Arizona. Well, I'm standing here in basically central Gilbert, surrounded by acre lot homes. What's unique about this exact spot is they have direct access to one of our many trail systems, as you can see back behind me, along the canals. There's multiple canals here, as you can see. These canals are designed for flood irrigation for a lot of these lots, but we'll get into it. We'll get into that a little bit more in the canal system in a different video. But what's really great about these canals is it brings a combination of water and recreation to the area. I mean, I've trained on these for, marathons, triathlons, etc. But today we're going to dive in a little bit and look at some homes that are on an acre or more to give you an idea of where your budget really needs to be if this is important to you. With Gilbert's past as a farm town, you would think that acre lots and horse property would be everywhere. And in all honesty, in some ways you'd be correct. In other ways, you'd be surprised that there's a lot more of like HOA communities. I mean, a lot of these old farms and things like that were converted into communities where the homes have an average of about 6,500 square foot lots versus acre lots. So if you're looking for horse property in Gilbert, Arizona, you'd also be surprised to find out that not all of these acre lots actually allow horses. Most do, but there are going to be a few neighborhoods where horses aren't part of it. So if you're looking to move to Gilbert or within Gilbert and have a specific need for acre plus property, stick around as we're going to go check out 3 different homes in the area and different options inside that spread to kind of give you an idea of what you can get here in Gilbert, Arizona, if that's what you're looking for. Alright, so if this is your first time to our channel and you want to know everything there is to know about Gilbert, Arizona, the Phoenix metro area, or anything about living in Arizona, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and of course ring that bell. Seems like a lot sometimes, right? But that'll help you stay up to date on everything that's going on. My name is Len. You may also know my partner Jason, and honestly, we get calls every single day and emails from subscribers just like you, looking to make a move into Gilbert or within the Arizona area, basically anywhere in Arizona in general. We absolutely love hearing from you and can't wait to hear from you, whether you're looking to make a move in maybe 6 days or up to 6 months. We want to hear from you, so definitely reach out and we'll get back to you, of course. Anyways, once upon a time, everything you see here in Gilbert, Arizona was farms. Gilbert began its farming history in roughly around the 1890s when those arriving here, imagine way back then, were looking forward to take advantage of what was called the homestead entry laws that made it possible for folks to acquire the land basically through labor. Alfalfa hay was really the first major crops that the land here produced, making Gilbert the hay capital of the world. Interestingly enough, they grew so much alfalfa that they began to actually raise milk cows and as well as beef cows that they fed the alfalfa to, that they could live off of it. Some of these farms here still remain in Gilbert, and others enjoy, those have acre plus properties with horses and goats and chickens, so you'll still see a lot of that here. Today we're going to go and we're going to take a look at a few of these properties, and just to give you an idea of what your budget will need to look like in order to have that acre plus property here in Gilbert, Arizona. So let's go take a look, let's go for a drive, and let's go see what we got out here. All right, we made it to our first house here of the day, and we're in southeast Gilbert, so it's about as far as southeast as you can get in Gilbert. And this one here is the one behind me, and this is on an acre lot, so 45,000 square foot lot, so just over an acre technically. One thing you may not know about the Arizona like Phoenix desert area is that citrus grows really, really well here. You can see we've got citrus plants everywhere, and honestly, they're delicious. I've got one in my backyard, and this is the time of year where they fruit, and they're delicious. So like this time of year, my kids, they don't even want the store-bought stuff, and we buy the good store-bought stuff too. We're not buying, you know, the cheap stuff. So they want the one off the tree, and it's good. It's actually really, really good juice, and we juice that every morning. So anyways, back to the house. This is on an acre lot. It's coming in at our lowest price at $769 at $392 a foot. This is a 1,963 square foot home, 4-bedroom, 2-bath. It does not have a pool. It does have horse rides, and it's got, like I said, it's got the lowest price point that we could find for an acre lot in the area. So this is a good kind of an idea as far as what you can get. You know, we're going to cover some different price points here today, but you know, you don't have to spend $1 million in order to get into an acre lot. This is a great spot. You're in a great location. The Seville neighborhood is right next here, so you've got access to amenities. You're not in the middle of nowhere, and you've got some great neighbors here. One thing I'm seeing as I look through here, all these lots are really well maintained. This neighborhood itself, as you saw when we drove in, it's just really, really well maintained. So it's a nice spot. You know, all these guys have, there's some gates on there. Not that you need them, because it's super safe down here, but I'm just looking over here. I see some chickens and the neighbor across the yard. So if you're looking for, you know, country living and you want a little bit of space, but you don't have that $1 million budget, this is a great one for you. So let's hit the road. Let's on to the next one. Now, I decided not to get out of the car on this one, right? So I came to this house specifically because it was listed as not being horse property. And so I wanted to show a property that did not allow, it said no horse property, right? So horse property, no. And this one was listed at 1.525. It's on, once again, about 52, you know, sometimes these acre lots are a little bit more than an acre. So like this one here is 52,000 square feet, so 1.2 acres. Now I pull up here, and here's one of the interesting things, right? So this is where, you know, knowing the area, and I knew this wasn't going to be horse property, but I found it, or I knew this was going to be incorrect information in the MLS, but I wanted to show you this. So this is one of the important things about working with agents who understand the area and understand the product that you're looking to buy. And so if you look around, I'm going to just flip the camera, you can see that this, let me get this out of here, sorry. This is horse property here. So if we look here, there's animals here, right? I see horses, I see all sorts of, you know, different living creatures. So this is a horse property here. It's labeled as not having horse property, and there was 2 different properties that I searched that showed up as not having horse property, and then even one of them labeled off, you know, it said no horse property, you know, horse property no, and then it continued to list off every amenity inside of the horse property that was available, as far as like a tack room, a barn, all the other stuff. So don't necessarily, when we do our searches, when we're looking for a property for you, we're not going to just 100% on what the MLS says. We know which areas have horse property. We know which areas are going to work for you. So this is just an example of that. Now this is, to kind of give you a quick idea, this is a 2006 build house. It was listed at 1.525, originally at 1.5, and now it's up to 1.525, but it's $398 a square foot, 3,800 square feet, 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath with a bonus room. This one does have its own private pool, so it offers a lot as far as, you know, being on over an acre. And once again, like I said, you know, it's got, this one actually is really cool. It's got a 600 square foot RV garage. So a lot of folks out here we love our campers, right? We love our RVs. It gets 180 degrees here in the summer, so you'll see a lot of people jump in their, you know, they'll grab their campers, they'll jump in their, you know, RVs, and they're just going to head up north. It's a 2-hour drive to Payson. and you've just cooled off completely. You go from boiling at night, you dip your toe in the water in the pool, and it feels like a bath. And then you drive 2 hours north, and you're freezing at night around the campfire, just kind of shivering. So it happens that fast. It's one of the beautiful things about living here in the Phoenix metro area, is that we have that quick access to go cool off in the the north. Whether you head up to Flagstaff, whether you head over to Payson, we've got some quick options. So let's head on to our last property. I wanted to show you this one just because it's a unique thing that I hate to say it, but garbage in, garbage out, right? So let us make sure that we help you find exactly what it is that you're looking for. All right, see you at the next one. All right, so here's our last property that we're at here. We're here in Central Gilbert for this one. This one's going to be coming in right at the top of our budget at 2.649, so 2.6 million, basically 2.6 and a half, for this 5-bedroom, 5.5 bath, 5,082 square foot home. Now, as you can see, this is all new construction. There's this one, they've got another one down the street. So they built these two kind of simultaneously, and I've been watching these get built over the last 6 to 9 months as I drive by. Now, I love this location. This is a great spot, right? So you're in 85296. You've got Topgolf right over here. You've got Santan Mall right over here. You've got grocery stores right down the street. You've got highway access right down the street. So this is a great, great, great location. And at $521 a foot, you're getting all brand new, modern construction. You're on an acre and a quarter, so 54,000 square feet. This does have horse rights on this one. So, move in, bring your horses, and call it home. But like I said, this is coming in at the top of our budget, no big deal. There's plenty of options between the first one that we saw and this one. It's a nice spread, so it just really depends on what you're looking for. Long story short, if you're looking for at least an acre property, you can set your budget anywhere between, like I said, about 750 on that first one all the way up to 2.6 million. Now, another option that a lot of folks go with is they'll go for a 3/4 acre lot, or they'll go for a 1/2 acre lot. Now, if you need horses, you're probably going to want that closer to an acre lot option. Not everybody wants horses, right? So right now, my wife and I are searching for a property with a little bit more space, just because we've got the camper, we've got other stuff, and you start to have to pay all these additional fees outside for storage. And I don't necessarily need an acre, but maybe 3/4 of an acre, maybe 1/2 an acre would give me a little bit more space, non-HOA. That's the other thing nice about this one, is non-HOA. So as you can see from the neighborhood, you can pretty much, you got a lot of horse property around here. And you've got everything from, brand new construction to older homes, great different style homes. So you've got plenty of options here, and you're good to go when it comes to looking for something with an acre. So reach out if you have any questions about any of the stuff that I've shown you today. We'd love to help you out with your acre property. We've got a lot of experience with this stuff, especially, there's certain questions that horse property people are looking to get answered, and we'd love to answer those as well. There are some very, very specifics that the horses need, if that's, the reason why you're looking for that. So reach out, and thanks for joining us today.